Welcome to part 1 of the SBD-5 Dauntless build, where we'll be doing an unboxing and looking at all the parts. So let's take a look. Well, hello everyone. I'm doing something a little bit different this build. I'm going to do a Navy airplane. This is for a friend of mine that retired at where I work. He's a big Navy airplanes and boats. He's into trains, model trains, and training as well. We call him Crowbar. And he just retired a little bit ago, so I decided to build him something really cool because he's been a really nice guy and good friend. And we talked models a lot, you know, even though we're into different things. Although I might order this kit for myself because it's a very well built kit from Academy. It's the U.S. Navy SBD-5 Dauntless, and it's really well made. And it took a while to get here, but it was well worth the wait. The molding in it is, you know, it's up to like Bandai standards. I mean, all the detail work. I watched some things on other people building it, and the fits are like amazingly perfect. So hopefully I get the same results. I love how they're, you know, the sprues are not attached by big pieces, so just like what Bandai does. I mean, the detail and even these little, here's the double, I think she's a 30 cal, that will be on the back, and you can see all the holes and, you know, the cooling holes for the gun. I mean, the detail work on the engine is amazing. Here's the, you know, the cylinders. That's just amazing. It's a really well made kit, and from what everybody said, you know, what I saw on other builds, it went together great, and the detail work and the fine paneling, and, you know, even like where the wing flaps move, there's even a dip, like, so it looks like, you know, instead of just making a, you know, a trench, it looks really good. All the interior parts are extremely high detail. These are the bombing flaps that open when they do their dive bomb. I believe those are part of that mechanism that opens them. Yeah, I'm very happy. There's the dual 50 cals that are up in the front and the nose of the plane. I keep wanting to say ship. And then we got the, I don't know if this is a 500 pound or 1,000 pound. I think it's a 500 pound that they had at the bottom. And what it would do when they're doing their 70 degree-ish angle bomb, the bomb would want to fall, you know, ahead of it, and you got propellers there, so it would actually swing out. And I think that's what this is here, the swing, that allowed it to swing down from the plane so it would miss the propellers. But I believe it was a 500 pound, it could have been 1,000, but I believe it was a 500 pound bomb, the big one, and then the small ones I think were 100 pound. So it would carry three bombs, the big main one and then 2 small ones. But yeah, this is great. I'm really excited. This is my first Academy kit, and I will be getting more, especially with different, you know, it's nice to break it up. I'm into the sci-fi thing because it's nice to do things that are kind of fictional that you can't see. But once in a while, it's nice to do. I did, when I first built models, that's what we built. Me and my brother, we built, you know, jets and stuff like that, and then we would hang them in our basement. We had a drop ceiling, and my dad had these little brass flat pieces, and there'd be 2 brass flat pieces with a hole and a brass hook, S-hook, that you could clip on the track, and then we would tie fishing line to the, you know, 3 points on the plane, and we could make them at different angles and stuff like that, and look like they're flying. This I thought about, you know, no lights, very simple. I thought about doing a small SMD LED to light the cockpit display because it is a clear part. Just, you know, and black it all off and leave the openings for the gauges clear, and then put the decal on it and have that lit. But I don't know, just looking in here and how this all encloses, I'm afraid there's going to be a lot of light bleed around it, and I don't want any of that. And I don't know. It's a tight. If I look at how that goes together, and the instructions are really nice too. It's a tight fit where that all goes in, and it'd be, you know, I probably could come up with some way to maybe stick putty or, you know, like a molding putty in there and block it off, and hopefully it wouldn't be seen. But I don't know. I think it's just going to be nice just to do a plane. You know, if I did it that way, my idea was to, okay, I don't want to have a battery in it, because where do you hide the battery and that you can get to? Because I still want to have all the bombs on the bottom and everything like that, you know, where you can get it. And I did come up with a solution. They have the tires flat on the bottom, so when you're sitting down, it'll sit flat and look like it's, you know, on the ground. And I was thinking about filing some of that away more and putting a metal plate there so you couldn't see it, and then the base having two little contacts that were metal, and then one tire be the positive, one be the negative. And when you sit it on the base, it can have power, but you can still lift the plane up and look at it. So I thought about doing that, and then sneaking a wire. I was probably going to use like magnet wire and sneaking that up through the landing gear. And so that wasn't a totally big problem. And, you know, being one small SMD LED, it would need just a tiny power supply. But I think we'll just keep it simple, stupid. And because this is going to be a great plane, and it's a gift for him for retiring, and I figure it would be another way to build something different, get a break. The NX1 Enterprise is almost 100% complete. It's glued together, and I'm doing some decals and light blocking in areas where things just, it's got a twist in that ship. And I've heard about it having a twist, and it's got a twist, and it's more like, I think it's the port side or whatever, it'll be to the left. So if you're facing forward, it'll be to the left. It has a twist, a little bit of a twist here, so stuff on that side, even just putting the saucer together and the way the nacelles want to sit. The one nacelle wants to sit a little funky because you can't really notice it except when, you know, you're fitting pieces. But, you know, I even put the secondary impulse engines on, it's different. It doesn't want to fit the same. There's even a twist either in the bottom saucer, or it could be the bottom hull part is giving it a twist. I'm not sure. It's nothing major. Now that it's glued together, it's fine. And I'm, you know, using some window cement to seal up any little gaps that I do have, and so that's where I'm at on that. But all right, what we're going to do here first, I think, is, you know, the first thing to do here is to build the cockpit areas and stuff. So we got the floor area, and then we're going to need these two sides of the plane and all the little parts that glue onto it. So what I'm going to do here in a minute, and when I come back, we'll start painting. I'm going to find what parts I want to actually glue on right away. This will be a green in here. So I want to see what parts I can glue in right away. I see a lot of people, they just glue everything on, and then they have to hand paint certain things freehand while it's on here, and I'm not 100%. If it can be, yes. You know, there's certain levers and stuff that can be all glued down to here already, and then I just might have to touch the top with some red or add a secondary thing, but the main thing will be the same color as that, and I'll do that. But I want to be able to get all the way around on like some of these boxes and stuff. I want to be able to get all the way around them, and so what I'll do is I'll clip them out, clean them up, spray them complete, and then we'll glue them to the stuff. But the stuff that can be fully glued on and easy to paint, we will, because it's much nicer to have it all glued on there if you can. So that's what we'll do. Plus it gives you a better glue bond too. There's no paint in the way. And that's probably why a lot of people do that, but I want to be able to get in there. Some of these boxes, it's, you know, to have like this box onto that wall and not hit that wall, it's just much quicker, I find. And then I can just clean these parts, you know, and it'll fasten itself to it. So yeah, I'm going to take a break and see if I can glue on some parts. Find what ones, this is always the time consuming thing, is just finding what ones I want to actually stick on there. And then get the other ones clipped out and get ready to airbrush. I'm going to make up a color. I think I'm going to use these two, mainly the green, and then add a little brown to it. Because from what I saw in reference photos, a lot of it is, it's like a greenish brown, almost a little bit of a yellow tint. But I think once I start doing some dust and dirt washes in there, because I have some of these really cool, to me, weathering pastels. You know, and I got the light sand and the mud and the dark sand, and I thought I had 3 of them. I could be wrong. And in here I have, you know, the silver and the gunmetal and the orange rust. That's going to make it look really cool. I got these for the Falcon, and it works great. You know, like you have a black part, instead of painting it silver and then doing the black and then sitting there with a razor blade chipping stuff, which sometimes that is a good effect because you want a chip effect. But if you want more of that wear from people touching it and wearing it off, or, you know, getting in the plane and they rub it up constantly and it gives you that corner gets kind of shiny, I find that the pastels work much better. And I thought I had another color. I need to get more of those too. There's a whole bunch of different ones, especially if I'm going to get into doing more of these. You know, I know I want to build some battleships and stuff, and aircraft carriers. So, but I think I'm definitely going to order myself one of these. I'm really happy with it, and it's not that bad of a price. It's like $30 or under for this plane, and it's a nice size 1/48 scale. So, I mean, there you can see the body. Where do I have the wings? There's the wings. So, you know, it's a nice size plane. You know, perfect size, really. So, lots of good detail. Oh yeah, and the bonus thing about this kit, and where is it? Where are they? This kit from Academy, also, there's your decal set, but they also give you masks, already give you masks pre-cut for your canopy, for your window canopies. That's awesome. And they give you photo etch, that's that right there, for your seat belts. So that's awesome. I mean, for under 30 bucks and you get all that, that's great. So, you know, that's just really good. I really like that. So, I'm going to start clipping on sprues and gluing, and when we come back, I should have a color green that hopefully I'm happy with to make up, and we'll get to painting. So I will be right back.